Many fans have wanted to see the Fantastic Four in the MCU for a long time now, especially since they were officially announced by Kevin Feige at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. It was also then revealed that Jon Watts, the director of all 3 MCU Spider-Man movies, would go on to direct the Fantastic Four after No Way Home. However, it's now been reported by The Hollywood Reporter that Jon Watts will instead write and produce Final Destination 6 before going on to film the Fantastic Four or Spider-Man 4. And while this isn't really great news, and it most likely means that the Fantastic Four has been pushed back even further now, we never had a concrete release date for the movie, so it's not like it was technically delayed. We do have some good Fantastic Four news though, as according to My Time to Shine Hello, the Fantastic Four are starting to get cast. We also got what seemed like synopses for a couple different MCU movies, but I wasn't able to find who exactly posted this, so I'm not sure if it was My Time to Shine Hello or if it was someone else, so take this with a grain of salt. Anyways, it starts with the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It says Nebula and Mantis will have a big role in this film. If there are no obstacles, Quasar will appear as a cameo. The High Evolutionary will debut in this film as a villain, and the Starjammers will fill the void of the space pirates after the Guardians of the Galaxy's departure, meaning that most likely after Guardians 3, there won't be an official Guardians of the Galaxy team anymore, as it's very likely that Rocket dies in Guardians 3, Gamora is dead, Dave Bautista doesn't want to play Drax anymore, and the rest of the Guardians will probably go their separate ways. Next is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It says Kate Bishop is said to appear in Ant-Man 3 in preparation for the Young Avengers project. Kang the Conqueror has a savage and ruthless nature as opposed to He Who Remains from Loki. They've already built a set for Kang the Conqueror's Chair of Time, and in the comics this chair was used to time travel wherever he wanted. Stinger, Cassie Lang, and Iron Lad are set to debut in this film. They'll also present Janet Van Dyne's fortress in the Quantum Realm. Next is the Fantastic Four. It says the Fantastic Four will be set after the events of Endgame, so it won't be set in the 60s or the past like was previously believed. The Fantastic Four cast will be announced soon and will involve 2 well-known actors. The rest are newcomers, and these 2 well-known actors could be John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. But don't get your hopes up, especially given Emily Blunt's comments about superhero movies. It then says the Silver Surfer will be making his debut in the Fantastic Four, and they'll really adapt his presence as close to the comics as possible. The development of the Fantastic Four itself is called the Holy Trilogy because it builds upon the story of Galactus as the main enemy in the MCU after Thanos for the cosmic threats, and Galactus' influence will be present in at least 10 films or more. And finally, it says that Doctor Doom will be present in the sequel of the Fantastic Four, and Galactus will be the main villain in the 3rd Fantastic Four film. Next, we get a pretty interesting synopsis for Blade vs. Morbius. It says Blade will chase Morbius because Marvel Studios wants Blade and Morbius to fight before Morbius finally joins the Midnight Suns through the Blade franchise. And lastly, Morbius and Kraven. Morbius and Kraven the Hunter will have the same fate as Venom entering the MCU because Sony wants more revenue by cooperating with the MCU. So it seems that just like how Venom was introduced in Spider-Man No Way Home, but only appeared for a few seconds before leaving a piece of the symbiote behind, it seems like Morbius and Kraven will also somehow tie into the MCU, whether it be Morbius with Michael Keaton's Vulture and Kraven with the Chameleon if they cast the same actor that was in Spider-Man Far From Home. And while right now it doesn't seem like the MCU wants to fully connect with Sony's Spider-Man universe, maybe they're working out something behind the scenes, and all those characters will eventually fully cross over to the MCU for something like the Midnight Suns, the Sinister Six, or a different project. But again, take this with a grain of salt because I'm not sure who posted this, and even if this is true now, it could always change later on in the future. If this next part is real though, it'll be pretty interesting to see fans' reaction to this cameo. Anyways, if you've been following Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness for any length of time now, you've noticed that literally every Marvel character has been rumored to appear in the movie at some point. And it's also been rumored that actors from past movies, like Sir Patrick Stewart's Professor X, Ewan Griffith's Mr. Fantastic, etc., have been rumored to cameo in the movie as well. But now, according to Casey Walsh, he said, "I saw a story that Marvel reached out to Ben Affleck for a Daredevil cameo, and this was something that I heard as well, but I wouldn't expect a cameo." And what I understand from what he's saying is that if this is true, Ben Affleck may return as Daredevil in multiple projects, not just in Doctor Strange 2. And lastly, according to Lizzie Hill over at the Cosmic Circus, Agatha House of Harkness is set to start filming in Georgia this year, with a production start date in late October 2022 if all goes as planned. She was also able to confirm through her trusted sources that Oakhaven is the production company for Agatha House of Harkness. However, she was unable to find out what the working title for the show will be. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Who would you like to see cast in the Fantastic Four? Would you like to see Ben Affleck return as Daredevil now that his time as Batman is apparently up? And how excited are you for Agatha House of Harkness? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you will never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.